In this video, we'll work from a value study to paint the scene. I sketched in my drawing a little too dark, so I'm just going to take a kneaded eraser and get rid of some of those dark lines. Using a 1.5-inch flat brush here, I'm painting in the sky as well as the mountains in the distance. Still using the 1.5-inch flat brush to render the building, using Hooker's green for the trees, for the greenery. Let's bring up the value study. So the darkest areas in the painting are the trees that are framing the building. So what is a value study? Value study is a drawing or a black and white painting that shows the composition and also assigns value to all the shapes in the scene, in the composition. So from a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being the white paper and a 5 being the darkest part of the painting. Now painting the darkest part of the painting, which is the tree on the left framing the building. I think value studies really make it a lot easier when we actually go to paint the painting using multiple colors. This way we don't have to solve all the quote problems that exist in the scene right on the spot. We already have a good idea of what we're going to do by having the value study. It is very tempting to just jump right into painting, and I rarely ever do value studies, but putting in the initial time, the initial investment to do one really goes a long way. Okay, here the light is coming in from the left side of the painting, upper left side, so the lightest part of the trees and bushes will be on the left and the shadow side will be on the right. I like to have a dark object such as a bush or a tree framing the painting to the left or right or both. Using a combination of Hooker's green and Payne's gray for the really dark values of the trees here. When painting the shadows, I like to think about the direction of light as well as the shapes that the objects casting the shadow will create. I find that the quicker you're able to put down the shadow and move on, the better it actually looks, as opposed to sticking around and trying to perfect it. Okay, so even though the building in the value study is white, it'll still have a shadow side, which will be on the right side. And typically for a white building, I use some type of blue to depict the shadow side. In this case, I'm using cobalt blue and some Payne's gray. Some brownish earth tones for the roofs here, and it's always going to be dark underneath the eave. If you're still with me, I appreciate it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps spread the content out to more people. And at this stage of the painting, we're really just refining the painting and adding in the details. So we're using a cadmium red for the doors and window frames, and using a 1/4 inch flat brush. And sometimes I also use a rigger brush to do these types of details. Again, it's easy to fuss over the details, but the quicker we can put them in and move on, the better this is going to look in the end. I hope you have enjoyed the scene and got something out of the value study approach. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, and thanks a lot for watching.